Hello everyone, this is your 5 and welcome to the Global Mass Central Toy Review. And today's review, I'm looking at the 2010 release by Hasbro of the Iron Man 2 Concept Series action figure review. And today's video is a part 2 review, and we'll be focusing on the Iron Man Mark 6 Holographic Armor review. Now, I already explained in the part 1 video that the Proving Ground 3 pack does not come with any base stands at all, nor any accessories. Well, at least not for this guy. So we're going to dive into the figure itself, especially on the paint job. Now, as you can see, the paint job is rather simplistic. It's just consisting mostly on white lines and blue lines. Some of the paint job on the art reactor, nothing on the eyes. Now at the back there, you notice some white paint job at the boosters there, but not at the back, of course. And it actually accompanies very well the lines with the blue translucent plastic. It looks very much like a character in Tron movies. Yes, it does. Looks very nicely done. And for the figure's sculpt, there's nothing much to talk about because it's similar to this version of Iron Man, except the torso here is a bit different. For the art reactor is circular and this one is triangular. Other than that, the arms, legs, the lower torso, the head is the same thing as this figure itself. Nothing changed. But I'm a bit disappointed on this figure because the moment I took the figure out from packaging, it appears that the shoulder pads, because the shoulder pads is an add-on, and the edges there is a, well, extra layered piece here. You notice this piece is not actually glued onto the shoulder pads itself because it's meant to be like that. And this piece at the back, especially on this two piece here, is sort of went in deep. It's getting stuck near to the edges of the joints itself, so it's sort of worn out the plastic. As you can see, it's more whiter compared to perhaps in the front, so it's a bit disappointing, but not as bad. The entire figures, there's no paint smudges, there are no other damages so far, only at the back of the shoulder pads here. Let's take a look at the figure's articulation. The head can actually swing 360 degrees, cannot pivot the head up and down though. Torso here can go forward, back, turn 360 degrees. A little bit loose, also can go side to side, but not too loose. Shoulder joints here can turn 360 degrees, and as I mentioned before of the shoulder pads here, especially this piece here, you have to be extra careful when you lift the shoulders up, especially when you try to lift it only up to this point. Any more higher, you'll just end up damaging the shoulder pad on the top here, top section here. Now the elbow joint here can bend this far and turn 360 degrees. Wrist joint is a swivel that turns 360 degrees. Hip joints is on a ball joint, so you have to twist the ball joint itself on one side. It can actually lift the legs this far and also bend the legs this far. Comes with a swivel tie that turns 360 degrees, but really hard to turn the tie joint because when you turn the tie joint, you end up turning the ball joint itself. Double jointed knee that bends this far, and ankle joint that bends downwards, upwards, and turns 360 degrees. Now overall, I really like this design of the holographic armor because I really like this blue translucent plastic going on, accompanying with the white lines and the blue lines, making it look like, well, a holographic armor. Or even better yet, you have a figure befitting for a Tron universe for some reason, if you don't mind to do that. The figure looks very nice. I really like it. I really like the paint job, simple paint job, but it looks very well on this entire blue figure itself. And if you want to, you can always place him behind a blue lighting or white lighting to actually show off the entire figure's, well, see-through material here. Very nicely done. If I'm gonna give a rating about this figure, I'll give it a nice 8 out of 10. The problem is the figure doesn't come with a base stand, and the figure doesn't come with any other accessories. And it's just a simple blue figure with white lines and blue lines all over the place. So it's a nice figure to have, but I really wish that Hasbro actually do give out more, maybe put even more details, or maybe do something more with it. But for a 3-pack, this is one of the few figures that I really like. So 8 out of 10 for the holographic armor. And you think this is the end of the review? No, I'm going to show you guys an experiment involving this. So stay tuned. And I'm back, and I already turned off all the lights, as you notice. Now the figure is already on the base stand itself, the artwork base stand, the light up base stand, and this is the experiment that I wanted to show you guys for it. As I push this button, and this is how it lights up. It is more befitting to put this figure, this blue translucent plastic figure, onto this base stand with a blue light up, because as you can see, the entire thing looks very nicely done. Looks like an actual holographic figure. And if you use anything like the original figure that came along with this base stand, no, it doesn't work very well. This, however, is as good as it can get. A bonus, if you actually have this, or you can always get any other Hall Armors packaging that comes with the base stand itself. You have that and you add with this figure, it makes a really good display. And this is how I'm going to put the display on for this guy, as you can see here. So I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05, and I'm signing off.